go to the this admin.html. So basically, if you see here this admin.html, I mean it here, it just we have to make the dashboard. So how our dashboard is look like? Give me a Let me give you a little bit of. Give me a second, please. Yeah. So let me open. Yeah. So earlier also I have give a little bit of you know structure that how I am going to make it. So yeah, and then after again there is something called like this. And like this also, your if you have seen your docs, then this is the structure of your dashboard also. So basically, this is a admin dashboard in which what happened, there are few columns. Say like here it is home, like few buttons, not columns, few buttons. There is some buttons like home. Then there is some button. For me, I'm telling you, not for you. Okay. So basically, for me, there is a button called home. Then after there is a button called quiz. Then there is a sorry, yeah. There's a another button. There's another button called summary, and then there's another button called logout. And then after there is a something called search button. Here it is a search button. Okay, and there you can search by for me it was by quiz or by user and by chapter, no, by quiz, by user, and yeah, by course. There are three ways we can just search. Okay, and there is something here which comes like welcome and your name. If you have seen our dashboard as well, there in the above it was mentioned your email ID, right? We will do same thing here as well. We will also just do these things like when we just go to the admin page, then it says welcome admin, and when it goes to the user page, then it shows welcome and then user's email ID. Okay, we'll do like this. So if you see here, there are two parts of our dashboard. The one is you can see the nav bar, and the second one will come here. So this is our second part. In the second part, there are all the courses will be mentioned. So like if the like all the courses and quizzes say like this is quiz one, then there is a quiz two, then there is a maybe quiz three. So these things are just mentioned here, right? Like this. So that is how your dashboard is look like. Now, so now let's build that. So before we do that, let's move back to the Bootstrap. And in Bootstrap, what we do, we'll just search for the navbar. We'll just search navbar. Navbar. When we search for the navbar, you can see different types of navbar you can see. So like this also is there, and then after like this, a lot of navbars you can see here. But you can see in these navbar search button is not there. So you have to just give it explicitly. So which we do not want to do. So that's why we are just using the first one. Here you can see. So I can just copy it from here and I can paste to the admin.html. Actually, the main problem of my OBS, I don't know why it is happening, but it just stopped the recording in between. So that's the issue with my OBS. That's why I was not able to record the session. But I'm trying to do it. Okay. So that is our neighbor. But let's let's add the boilerplate first. Or let's just select and just paste it. And then after in body, I'll just paste that neighbor thing. And I can remove these two things which is not necessary. Title is your admin page. It is not navbar. So we just want home only. This is link. So I'll write here quiz. And here you can see in 8 tabs a nav link, and then it is written active. What active do is it makes the word more brighter. Okay. And if you do not add the active, then it will look a little bit of you know that will not look brighter. Okay, let me just show you. If I go live here, yeah. So here you can see home. When you see, I don't know you are able to see or not. If you see the home, it looks a little bit of brighter, but quiz is not like looking that much brighter, and this disabled thing is looking more dull. Okay, so that is why if you want it to be look like a little bit of brighter, then you can use the active there. So if I just write here active, okay, if I just write by should, yeah. So when I just go here and when I okay, now you can see that home and quiz the both look similar. Drop down looks a little bit of when you hover your cursor to it, then it become a little brighter. And when you just drop it, then you will see that it becomes a little dull. So that is the case here. If you want to look it not dull, so you can just make it active. Okay, but you can see here this drop down thing is a drop down box, which I don't want. I want it to be only link. So I can remove this li from here, and I can add this quiz li again and named it as summary. So I can write here. So, sorry, wanna do the sum. So I have to href link, which we will give later, or we can just give it slash only. Slash for logout. I will just modify that thing and right here logout. Okay. Then after there's a button called search button, which we want. So this is for the search button. And here you can see role is search, input type is given something, type is equals to search, that is okay. You can see while the button tag, in the button tag what is there? Type, anyone? In the button tag, what the type given? I have mentioned that. If you give in a href link, then you have to give type as button. But if button tag is there, then you have to give type as submit, right? But since we have to submit that, that's why we give type as submit. But here we that is a search bar, so that's why we have to give type as search, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
So these are embedded only, like
yeah.
it
That
knows.
yeah, that is known already. If you in this is a form type. This is a basic form. In a form, when they create all the modules and the definition of all the Python codes while creating those libraries and these all things, they define those all things that what this type is doing and what that type is doing. Like if you go here in app.py, if you will see there when you go to the class, then you will see a lot of modules will be there. Okay, a lot of modules are there. So different modules do different things. So what this name one do? So name one will just make the path between the things, whatever the things we are created in that folder, in that total folder. It just take those all things and make the path between the whole. Just like it makes the path between the template to the controller, controller to the model, and then after, uh, you know, all the instance or styling thing is there. How we just to define and how we have to link those all things. So those all things will be linked with using the name module. Okay, there are other modules as well. So if you just go here, see class, and if you go here modules, so you can see there is a something called annotations, build class, bulletins, then cached, then dict, doc, file, then there is a file also. So if you want to link any file to the class, then you can just use this one. So if you want to just import those all things what are important imported things were there. So if you want to just import those all things, and then you can just use this import. And if you want a loader, then there's something called name which we are using. So what it do, it just make the path between all the templates and the app.py. Then after there is a something called package, then there is a something called path to, it just take all the paths which are given there, and then after make the connection between them. So these all things are modules which are already created and we are just using. So this is are the modules and that was the libraries which are using. So there are modules and there are some libraries in between them. Many more things are there which is already there and we can use them to make our models or to make our applications, those all things, you know. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. So already built in Python
Yeah,
feature.
yeah, it's already built in. Where we are, admin.html, right? So we are just there with type is equals to search, and then there's a something called placeholder. Then there is a label which is search, that is okay. And then after there's a something called a button. So you can see when we write here the button, then type is equals to submit. Okay, okay. So that is how our admin.html name bar is look like. Okay, now we have to define similarly for the for whole dashboard how it should look like. We have to define for the uh, pages like course page, and I mean all the upcoming pages could be look like all the upcoming courses or quizzes, those all things should be look like we have to define those all things. So what I'm going to do it, and I refer to both of you, I mean all of you to do it. It just I just make one HTML page for admin dot. I mean, this is for the navbar, for admin navbar. So I'll just rename it. I want it to be admin navbar. Okay, and then after we will create one more HTML page, which is named as admin.html, where what we do, where we write all our jinja things. So I'm going to tell you that how we will do it, but this is the thing way I'm just going to do. So what I did was, in the in that paint thing, if I show you that paint thing, in that paint I just mentioned. So in the painting, I just mentioned, right? So there are two types of things are there. So one is, this name part. So what I'm trying to do, I just create the line between the two. So this is a basically line between the two. So what happened? I just create this part, the above part, this yeah, this above part in one page and this below part in one page. Okay, so because this is a dynamic part, this is a static part, this is a static, like all the dashboard, admin dashboard will look like a similar, this name bar will be similar, only the links which is given there, these links which are given, that will be only dynamic. Okay, which we can do with the using the href and those all things, giving the a tags and those all things. So we have to only give the link for these things. So I'll show you that how. And then after this search bar and then this welcome admin, that is okay, that things are there. But these all things which come under after the you know this name bar, whatever the other things are there, that will be whole dynamic thing. So if you will add, then it will be added. If you remove, then it will be removed, and those things work like that. Okay, so that's why this is a dynamic part, that whole dynamic part, and this is a static part. So that's why I differentiate the two. I make one HTML page for static part and I will make the second one for the dynamic part. You can also follow like this, and if you want, and if you don't want, then you can just make it a inner one also. Okay, so let's just, yeah, here we are. Okay, so let's just, okay. So a navbar thing I have made, and in this navbar everything is there. Body tag and these all things are there. I'm going to add the jinja part here. So, okay. Now in Jinja, there are two ways to define anything. The first one is the statement thing, and the second one thing is the dynamic thing. So, like in a Python code, what happened in a Python code when you define anything? Say like you just iterate anything. There are two ways of in a Python code also. Python code or for and while is just used for looping and making any statement thing. So like you just write now for in numbers and do all things. So what you do here, you give the statement here. So that is if this number is that, then you have to do this. Otherwise, do this and those all things. Then after that, you just write codes that sorry, this code that one is this, and the second one is this. One is state extend uh, admin.html. Admin.html. Okay, extends admin.html. So what this is you giving a command. You are just telling, okay, this is the thing you have to extend from there. This is a statement thing. Okay, that is the statement, and you have to do this statement. Like you have to do this. Just extend this admin.html from there. Okay, so that is the statement base. Just like in a Python, we do for I and these all things, just giving us some statement. Okay, this is a statement, and based on this, you have to perform these things. So that is what is called as statement thing, and that another one is called was rendering thing. So like rendered from somewhere. And if you don't understand with my words, which I think I'm not clear that much, so you can just um, just and uh, yeah. So yeah, this is the two way to do this. Okay, so now I'm going to use it. So basically, this is your main admin.html, which I mean, your admin dashboard starts from here. So like here you can see this whole things are come, head, part and bottom, these all things are come, and which is same continue to here, till here. So here I'm going to use the Jinja code, and what the Jinja code I'm going to use is here. So what I want it, I want to add whatever I'm going to write in admin.html, HTML. I want to add this whole admin.html there in admin neighbor.html. So there's a Jinja code which is known as, sorry, it's recording every time. Yeah, then here it is end block, right? Then under this, whatever the code, after that, what happened? Wherever just extend this and write the code, and that code will be come here. Okay, so like I want that whatever the in the admin.html, whatever the things I'm going to write, I want those to be written here. But since there is no space, or I want it to be in another file, so I just move all the content from here to and give the access to that. Okay, now what I do here, I will just write here extends here content. Okay, and then after we'll just end the block. Now whatever things I will write here, that all things will be added after this. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so what happened till now? What we have done, we have just created the admins neighbor.html, and we just trying to now give the whole rendering there, uh, just whole how we can just dynamically use that course things, and that how can just we get all my quizzes and those all things here. So for that, what I will do, I'll write Jinja code. Okay, before that I want to show you one more thing, that before that I just want to mention one more thing that yeah, uh, in Bootstrap, now how can you just write those all things? How can you give this course page and those all things? So that things should be look like in a card form, right? So I am going to use the card for just writing those all things. So if I go to the card, so you can see there are a lot of different types of cards are given here. If you wanted to image like this image wala card, so you can just use this. Either if you want it to be a look like a box, I mean box type of card like this, if you want it to be, so you can use that as well. But I want it to be look like this. So here what I want is, so it should look like this, and there I want it be a card title as my course name titles, and then after subtitle is whatever the quiz is there, that all things. And then after I want some content, and there are two links given, that is add quiz or delete quiz, edit quiz, those links I want. So that's why I just want to use, I'm just going to use this card. So just copy this card and paste it there. So I can just paste it. Okay, now what I will do with this card, I'm just shift a little bit. I mean space. One more time I guess. Okay, so there registered for, right? And you are not see the courses which you are not registered for. Say like if it is a static thing, then what happen, all the courses will show there, and you have to just select every time. You just go to your dashboard and you have to select that which course you have opted, and then after do all those things. So like that was a little bit hard for you. So that's why we know here what we do is we just uh, you know refer to it like that. So only the parts which we want really will show here. So let's move on. Okay. So basically, here is what you are able to see. There are two links given. There are some content given. Then after there are some title given, and then thereafter subtitle is given to you. Okay, and then this is a card body, and these all things are given. Okay. We want here to just have my all the courses. So what I can do after that, I will write some code. It is right if courses. Yeah. So if courses are there, then what you have to do? You have to go to that courses. So you will write if courses are there, right? For course with card title, I want that course name should come here. So I will write here course dot if chapters are there, then what we have to do? Sorry, yeah. If course dot chapters, then what we have to do? We have to create one table. We want to create one table. Why table? So in table, I'll just give the everything about the that course chapter. Say like what the in one table row. I want CD. So if I just want a table head, and there I will just mention. Give me a second. Firstly, let me complete this code, and then after I add question. Are the columns there in the chapters? Not that all columns I'm just writing. So like in a chapter, what are the things which we need to show? So what are the things? So firstly the name, then number of questions, nothing else. So we can just go there. So we want it to be look like a table name, then table number of questions. Then we can just write edit something, or you want to delete something. Then how can you do? with the help of actions. Okay, so now table row is created. No, sorry, table head is created. So these things we want. In if course chapters is there, then you have to have some name of that. Chapters is there, then we have to give a table look like. I mean, a one row look like this, and the other row will do what? Before the other row, I need to define here. Chapter should be there. So what chapter in course dot chapters table head. I have to write here agenda code. What I will write, just I'm going to do it later because here I have to give link. In this data, I have to give some link.